Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Fallout Shelter. Knock, knock, knock. Who's at the door? Holy crap, we got a lot of people out there, so let's go take care of them. We will get to it. Oh, we'll get to you in a minute. Deborah, I'm sorry. Oh, Gregory, I'm sorry. Okay. Whew. Alrighty. So let's get rid of all their junk except what we need. That we do need. And same with you. Gentleman back from Thrill of the Hunt. Alrighty. And Miss Evelyn Peterson, welcome back. How you doing? Oh, we'll get rid of your stuff. Alrighty. Okie dokie, artichoke. Oh, Kevin, other Kevin. You got some stuff. Alright, other Kevin, come on in. And you three will be on your way back, and we'll take care of that. Alrighty, let's see what we got going on the board. We got ourselves a lunchbox from our quest. Lunchbox run, I believe it was. We got Agent Provocateur. Deny 4. That's good to have around because we keep running out of room or outfits and put them in the elf costumes. 500 caps, which we really don't need. A stim pack, which is always nice. Dear Lord, what is it? Chemistry flask. That's a great thing to have for building stuff. And a rusty sniper rifle, which we really don't care about that much. So, a Deathclaw attack because, you know, we have to have one, or we just feel like we aren't pulling our weight. What do we got for a Mysterious Stranger? Nothing. 60 incidents. That'll contribute towards it. Oh, well, that's happening. Oh, God. Adam Peterson's getting his ass kicked a little bit, but he's okay. Evelyn Peterson, you were destroyed. That's right, we brought you back from the, She investigated a house that had the Deathclaws in it, and she was almost dead, as it was, and I said, nope, we're going to, like, bring you back, because we're not going to deal with that. So, Kevin, other Kevin, you got a little bit of radiant out there. And Rita, okay, everybody here just needs to be healed up. Alright. So, what we're going to do is we got people out there in the Wasteland to do the Wasteland Tail, T-A-I-L, which means it has to do with an animal, I'm guessing. And we got a couple more quests to set up and get ready to go. And there's a mysterious stranger! But we ain't going to find him. We're not going to find him. He's just too damn elusive, and our vault is too big to see anywhere he may be hiding. So, unfortunately, he's gonna get away yet again. Alright, well, enough of that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Mr. Douglas Barry, you need to go down and get, oh, you can go hang out at the billiards room with, Mr. Joe Bishop. I think he's a long lost Bishop brother. Not exactly sure. He might have found his way. Mad Attack, you're ready to go down and get on the treadmill, so go for it. Everybody else is in pretty tip-top shape. Alrighty, let's set up the next set of quests. I believe we're up for another Game Show Gauntlet. So we'll get everybody out there and get them all set up. Alright, Game Show Gauntlet. I think this is like week 4. We'll send out Mr. Sean Knight, who's got Trench. They'll bring him back real quick. We got Butch. No, let's not gonna send out Butch. Let's not send out Butch right now. We need to send out Kevin Ross. That's what we need to send out. And we're Ryan Page. Y'all three, the tag team or the triple threat of Sean Knight, Kevin Ross, and Ryan Page out there taking names, kicking butt. Or let's strike that and reverse that. We got anything better than that? We got nothing better than that. So you guys go on ahead and get started on the Game Show Gauntlet. We'll come back to you when you're ready. Because it's going to be... How long is it going to be? How long? Woo! How long is it going to be? 18 hours. Holy shnikes. That'll be tomorrow. How about this? Another Mr. Handy. We got to do it. You gentlemen here that don't have an outfit on, we're gonna put you out on. Where's he? Where Keith White? Yep, Keith White and Kevin. No, not Kevin. Not other Kevin. Is it Larry? Yeah, it's Larry. All right, we're pretty stacked. We got a 7, a 5, and a 5 on the. You know what? You know what? We should. Do we give you the pickaxe? 11, 20. It can't be that much different. Go ahead. Let's see what you can do with the pickaxe. It'll be pretty awesome to see this happen. So let's send you guys out on the thrill of the hunt, where a reward is a 12-point buck. It's what's the thing on it? Kill the Alpha Deathclaw. You're only wearing a nice. Kill the Alpha Deathclaw wearing only pajamas. That's awesome. I like that idea. All right. Let's collect up our things again. And head out and do the Thrill of the Hunt, or not Thrill of the Hunt, Wasteland Tail, SOS. Let's do it. Find the source. The source of what? You ever notice how the day and night cycle does not affect the quests? Just thought I'd mention that. All right, gentlemen, get in there. Hoy. Got a feeling this is the wrong way. Well, it's exactly why we're going to check it out. Because we want to make sure we get a thing. Oh, there's some raiders. And some hatchets and some axes and some machetes. Or actually, they're just like cleavers. Nothing big. They'll be done in a couple seconds. There we go. There we go. Alright. Come on. Ah. There we are. Yeah, so on my phone, oddly enough, I still had the Labor Day quest, the one that disappeared. We did the first one, the rescue the overseer, Mugabe or whatever his name is, and then it disappeared off of the game. My phone still had it, and to tell you what happens there is there's like 5 to 7 missions in that quest line. What you end up with is another dweller, Rhubarb, I think his name. Yeah, he was the one causing all the trouble. All these raiders were sending out and kidnapping people on his command. So you got Rhubarb. That was the reward. So you got. I have another dweller on my phone who just showed up. Like, you have the option of killing him. You have the option of killing him, saying, he was like misguided sort of idea, but. You could say, hey, you're done. Get out of here. Go wander the wasteland, whatever. And I just thought, well, you're going to go work it off in the vault. I thought that would be a little bit better of a resolution. Because, again, we were talking about what's the best overall outcome for everybody involved. I get a new dweller for free. I don't have to do anything for him. And I beat the mission, and the guy stays alive. So I think that was the best possible outcome there. Ugh. Look at the floor on that thing. Oh, there's holes in it. That room's starting to look like my back porch. So, what? Oh, the difference between narwhals and unicorns. That's funny. So, speaking of my back porch, I've spent the last 2 weekends. We were digging up. Ooh, look at big. Oh, Jesus! That didn't take 2 seconds. So what had happened was, I think I talked about it before in maybe other videos. My house, the house was built in 1963 or something like that. I think JFK was still alive when the house was built. So on top of a hill, it's got 4 trees, 2 pin oaks in the front, and 2 silver maples in the back. And these trees are like 60 foot tall. These pin oaks in the front are 60 foot tall. And they sort of like... They're one of the selling features of the house. But over time they become sort of a nuisance. While it's nice that you can walk through the yard and not get wet if it's raining, there's always this chance that your car will be destroyed by a falling tree or... The leaves, and let me tell you something, in the fall, leaves are a pain in the ass. They really are a pain in the ass. So I'm telling you the story about the trees because of the roof. So, my roof started to leak. and like I said, this roof's probably been reshingled once in the 60 or almost 60-year history of this house. You figure a 30-year shingle, you know, that would be once when it was built, and then probably another in the 80s. Probably in the early mid-80s, which pretty sure I know why, because I know the people who'd had this house before me, and they did a lot of things not so great. They're stupid, just stupid things, and I'll explain why. I know that. So anyways, the house, you know, the roof was leaking over the back porch. It's an enclosed back porch. They put in these stupid walls and windows in between the brick, and they painted the entire thing drab gray. And they had like this vinyl flooring out there, like that matches what's in my kitchen. And basically it was they put their dogs out there, like and they had the crates out. When they would go somewhere, they put the dogs outside so that the dogs didn't mess up the house, which is stupid on its own right, because, you know, hey, look, if you're going to have dogs. Don't put them outside just because you just don't want to deal with them. So, when we first moved in, the floor was all dug up. It was that vinyl flooring. It was all dug up because the dogs got in there and just dug it all hell up. Now, this is the source. It didn't prompt us anything. I didn't see any, like, dialogue. It just happened. So anyways, the back roof over the porch started to leak. Now this was just a halfway point. Wow. Is there more than one thing? No, there's not more than one thing. So the roof started leaking, and I realized that I was going to need to get a new roof on the house, and it's not cheap. You know, new houses or new roofs on houses can cost you anywhere between, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 depending on what you're going to do with it. And it's not a very big house; it's a ranch, so the pitch isn't that good, or pitch isn't that much. So you can walk around on the roof; it's not that big of a deal. I walked around on the roof. I used to take my leaf blower up there, and that's how I would clear the leaves out of the gutters. So I'd secured a guy before Christmas. Actually, secured him before Thanksgiving to come do the roof. For $5,000, you can put shingles on the roof, you can do all this work, and then it just became, he kept pushing back, and it was Thanksgiving, and then we had all that really nice weather. I actually was watching these old videos from this playlist, from this series, and I was talking about how it was 70 degrees on Christmas Eve. Well, he hadn't done the roof yet on Christmas Eve. We had all this great weather. He could have been doing my roof. And he just kept saying, oh, this is happening. Finally came to the point where I had to, like, look, dude, you're not going to do the roof, all right? I gave you $2,000 already. Give me my money back, all right, or we're going to have some problems. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He was really super nice. I don't think he was very, very good at his businessmen. Spoke really well, had a lot of, you know, fancy words about stuff, but I think he was the only person doing the work. He would do all these other things, but the work you hired him for. And I found that from when I was doing a show in May, a guy who's a real estate agent knew this guy. Knew him and knew of him and said, yeah, he's just like that. So I'm like, well, shit, I wish I'd have known that before I hired him. Because it wasted 3 months of time to find somebody to do, you know, I could have having somebody to do the roof. Wasted all this good weather we had, I could have had somebody doing the roof. And just put more wear and tear on that back porch, the flooring and everything, making it, unlivable. Every time it would rain, I would, like, have a panic attack or just stress and all kinds of stuff. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Wow. Nothing here. So finally, January came around, we had all the bad weather, and then February and March, and I kept looking for people to do the roof. And I was getting quotes. You know, the first quote I had was $7,000, and I was like, that's a little high for what I want to get done. And then this guy came in at $5,000, and then he flaked out on me. And then everybody after that was like, oh, here, hold up a second. So the raiders left for a warehouse, took my dog Bigsby with them. No, we gotta save Bigsby. Well, we will. We'll find it. We'll find him. Ooh, a toy car. Yeah. Well, it's fine. We'll go look for the dog. So every quote after this guy was $10,000 or higher. And I'm like, son of a bitch, what am I going to do? I'm never going to get this roof done. Well, I decided that I needed to get a line of credit opened so I could do home repairs. I mean, I've lived in this house for almost 12 years and have done absolutely nothing to fix the house except replace a floor in the basement. Pulled up old shag carpet and put down a ceramic floor. So really haven't done anything else since then. And, you know, a lot of other things have happened and just let things go to, you know, to the last minute. And it was just a pain in the ass to even get anything done. So I got this line of credit in April, May, and security guy, and I finally have a new roof. I finally have a steel. For the same price he was going to do for shingles, he put a steel roof on. It's chocolate brown. It looks fabulous. And it just rained tonight, and I could barely hear it. I mean, I can hear it raining, but not as bad as you would think with a steel roof. Everybody I told about me getting a steel roof said all you're going to do is hear the rain. Every time it rains, all you're going to hear is all that. It's going to be so loud. It's barely noticeable. I have an aluminum awning outside my bedroom window above the garage door, like the side door. And I have an awning outside of my front living room area, outside the door over the front porch. And when it rains, I hear it. I mean, you can't get around it. It's no different now with this roof. So there we go. We beat this one. We found this gentleman here. We got to go find Bigsby at the next location. So we'll come back to the vault and we'll send them back out again. Yay! Every time it rains now, I'm like, I don't have any anxiety. I don't have any panic. I don't have any stress. It's just so much wonderfulness in my life. But all of that moisture and mildew and all that crap out on the back porch is still there, and it's just not getting any worse. So I finally started gutting the back porch because I want to make it nicer. I want to make it livable. Like, you can go sit out there, you know, get up in the morning, go out, sit on my back porch, look out the back windows at the trees, and just have my coffee and just enjoy, or sit out there at night with a beer and, you know, be like, you know, all right, this is awesome. But I couldn't do that until I get rid of this stupid flooring and everything else. So we started digging up the floor, and I can't even describe to you what we found. It was just ridiculous. So let's get our people back out, and Evelyn and Kevin, other Kevin, you need to go back out and get back on the horse. We're gonna give you a better gun, because that's what happened to you. You ran into a Deathclaw trap with no support. So there you go. Go have fun. Who else can we send out? Whoops. Other Kevin, you need to go. Butch, I think he's Butch's son. I think I remember saying that before. Whee! Alright, other Kevin, get out there. Go have fun. And when everybody reaches their destination for the Game Show Gauntlet and for the Thrill of the Hunt, a 12-point buck, we will continue on. We'll see you in a while. And we're back. Welcome, boys. Welcome back home. Game Show Gauntlet, we'll get to you in a second. You guys are still on your way. Holy crap and holies. Another 4 hours before you reach the 12-point buck. And... hi. We gotta collect some shit off of you guys. We got no room in the inn for anything. So we don't need to collect anything off of you. So let's just... son of a monkey. There you go. Hi. We don't need your stuff. We have enough. Okay. Alrighty then. You are taken care of. Let's get you set back up. We need to cure you. You need to get healed. Andy Campbell! Hi. Joe Bishop. And Matthew Bishop. Ready for action. Okay, where can we send you guys next? We have got to, we can... Oh, wait, what? What? Oh, that's right. We did the SOS. We did the Wasteland Tail. This is part 2. Yay! How about that? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm completely losing my mind up in here. You guys just got back from playing the Wasteland Tail, so you're gonna go back out and continue it on. Have fun.
See ya. See you later. Bye-bye.
Alright. Excuse me. How are we doing down here, boys and girls? We doing okay? Okay. Alright, whatever. Well, let's go take on the Game Show Gauntlet. It's time again for the Game Show Gauntlet. Now, answer all of the questions. Of course, it's another edition of Time to Play. Wow, let's start that again. And here we are with another edition of that favorite game show, Lose Your Head, with your hosts, the Raiders. Answer the questions correctly and win caps. Answer them wrong and... what is it, everybody? Lose your head! Ah! What book was Moira trying to write? Was that Fallout 3? I believe it was. It's the Wasteland Survival Guide. Boom! There you go. Looks like we got that one right. Yes, we did. Yay! Alrighty. Boop. So, where were we? We were talking about, yeah. Sorry, it's a different day. We were talking about my my roof, the whole situation with getting the roof done. So yeah, we got the roof done. It's wonderful. Everything's great. We started working on the whole floor, and everything was destroyed in there. So we cleaned out everything that was on the back porch. And the people that, like I said, the people lived here before. I don't understand why they did half the things they did. But they put down the vinyl flooring that was in the same vinyl flooring that's in my kitchen. So that was all destroyed because of the rain and the water and damage and all that stuff. So we pulled up the vinyl flooring, and below it was a sheet of Luan. Now Luan is like a really thin piece of it's almost like plywood, but it's not that thick. It's like plywood is like, you know, layers of wood. This is like a single layer. It's usually you use it. It's almost like balsa wood, really, but it's stronger. Oh, I'm gonna heal you guys up. There we go. So underneath that was with the vinyl flooring was this Luan, and underneath the Luan was exterior grade plywood. I have no idea why they put exterior grade plywood down on this floor. But I'm like, I'm going to get this down to the concrete. I need to get this down all the way to the concrete so I can redo everything, because it was all wet. So the exterior grade plywood wasn't easy to come up. Oh, time out. We've come to round 2. What was Moira's last name? Kelly? No. Brown McIntyre. Brown McIntyre. I don't think she had a last name. I could be wrong, but I believe that she just went out. Shoot, no. Trick question. She had no last name. I never bothered to learn it. I know it's not McIntyre. There's no way it was McIntyre. God, that was so early on in the game of Fallout 3 that you meet her. I never bothered to learn it. Well, we don't want to give that answer because that's going to get us killed. Trick question, she had no last name. It's either 1 or 3. I'm going to go just... I don't think it was a trick question. I think she did have a last name. I just don't remember. I'm going to go with Brown. Holy shnikes! We got it right! Wow. Okay. That was this one's different. This is not the same as questions we had before. So... getting this exterior grade plywood to come up, because they had it screwed down or nailed or whatever else to this something. I have no idea what it was, but it took us forever to get it pulled up. Oh crap! We're already on the round 3. Okay. What store does Mara send? Oh, well, that's easy. The Super Duper Mart. Super Duper Mart. We got to go to Super Duper Mart. That's where all the raiders were hiding out at, and the ants were right nearby. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome possum. And so we finally got the plywood pulled up, and underneath was a framework of like a not 2x4s, but I mean it was like kind of like 2x. Yeah, actually they were 2x4s, and in between all the 2x4s, it was like a stud wall almost, if you will. There was styrofoam. They put styrofoam in between, and they glued the styrofoam down to the floor, and they glued the boards down to the floor. Nailed them into the floor, and then on the outside they used bolts. And I don't talk about like bolts, you know, bolts that have a head that are like, you know, usually like a hex, you know, a hex bolt, and then a thread, and you put a nut on the other side, and you take it up. These things were just the bolt, no head, and they had them completely screwed in, you know, into the countersunk into the wood, into these little holes with nuts on them. And I'm like, well, why would you do such a thing? That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was, and you'll have to wait because we're at the last question. Now for the final round. Which of these did Mora not send the lone wanderer to? This is going to be a good one. Minefield? No. Nuka-Cola plant? No. Sewers, a test of mat repellent, straight to bed without supper. Oh, come on. We did all those, but straight to bed without supper. Like a bad child who is about to lose. What? What? She didn't. Wait. She didn't do that for us. What the hell? Oh, that was bull. Well, he's running away. Oh, he threw a grenade. You bastard. You bastard. He threw a grenade at us. I think we were set up for failure on that one. He's really hard. He is not an easy customer. Come on, dude. Oh my. This goes to show you that you have to get these questions right, or you are going to lose your head like this guy right here. Game Show Gauntlet, number 4. We did it. How about that? How about it? How about it? We got one more room. Probably going to be Deathclaws in here. How about it? You think that? Yep, there's a big Deathclaws. Okay. Well, we knew that was going to happen. So, yeah. Oh, look, the guy's, he's just laying in the hallway. Look at his tongue hanging out. That's awesome. Meanwhile, guys are getting slaughtered by Deathclaws. We're not even paying attention. So, yeah, I didn't tell you the best part, though. When we pulled up the exterior grade plywood off of the floor, there were a horde, mind you, of carpenter ants. Holy crap, I just couldn't, I mean, the whole floor moved. It was just like, Indy, why does the floor move like that? You know? And it's like that scene out of the really bad Indiana Jones movie, where, you know, all the ants were attacking him, and the Russian guy got killed. Yeah, that scene. How do we get this guy? Oh, woo. So yeah, so I had been getting a couple of ants here and there in my kitchen, and I'd just been tossing them back outside because I didn't want to kill them because I was afraid that like they would release some kind of chemical that would draw other ants to help. I was afraid of that, so I figured if I just get them and then wipe down everywhere where they had been, where I'd seen that they had been, it would erase their tracks. And that seemed to work. And when it was dried out, you know, when I got the roof redone, I didn't see any more ants. But they were all underneath the floor. It was ridiculous. They had actually carved tunnels into the styrofoam. Seriously, no joke. They carved tunnels underneath the plywood against the styrofoam and made little channels like an ant farm. It was ridiculous. So I sprayed the, I mean, and Bailey would not be happy with me because I killed all these ants. But it's like, hey, it's my house, or, you know, I'm guaranteed that there's probably in the wall somewhere. There's probably more I didn't kill. I know I didn't get the entire nest. But there were a lot of... I mean, there was like 6 or 7 queens. And then the queens are the really, really, really big ones with the wings. So I'm probably sure that there's some more in this house somewhere. And I'm going to have to get an exterminator to do all that. But I'd like to redo that back porch. And then I can maybe record out there once in a while. It's going to have a little bit of an echo. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So we are still waiting on the 12-point buck. These guys got 4.5 hours to get there. Game Show Gauntlet, they're on their way back. And Canine Recovery, Wasteland Tail, they are going to be out for a day and a half. We're not going to get to that one this time around. We will get back to that one next time. So we will see you back in a while. And we're back. Hi, guys. 12-point buck, we'll get to you in a minute. Canine Recovery, we'll see you next time. You're out there, you're good. You're out there, you're good. You are back. Welcome back. And I gotta go through all bullshit again. Okay. I don't need anything from you people. So, well, we'll get rid of this stuff. Okay. And Miss Deborah Morgan, how are you? I think you had died. Shit, I gotta go get rid of some stuff. Oh. And then you people. Oh boy. Oh. Welcome back. So what can we get set up for next time? Ooh. Oh, we should. Why not? Exterminate both of the glowing rat scorpions in Vault 512. We should do that one. Not for the fact that it's got legendary junk and it's got a legendary weapon, but because it will be there for the next episode, and it requires a little bit of extra oomph. So we'll send the Sean Kevin Ross, and Ryan Page out there to take on the glowing rat scorpions. Go forth and conquer. Aha. And there's a room on fire. Oh no, the garden is... Whoa, they're like... What are they doing? You put out my back, I'll put out your back. There you go. If anything, that stopped the incident. And I get... Samuel Johnson, you have a wonderful little soul patch going on there. I bet you make all the ladies just say, woo! Alright, we've got to go take care of the 12-point buck and finish off this episode. But first, let's check our peeps, see how they're doing. Everybody's doing fine. They're doing fine. You're doing fine. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. You've got, holy crap, dude, 14 hours, and you are going to be a level 8. Jesus, do we have, we have to find what happened to, we had a dog that would help with the thing. I bet I know where he's at. Gregory Chandler, you crazy cad, you stole the black lab. Gosh, I tell you, can't trust these guys these days. They'll run off with your pets. All right, who needs it more? You'll be first. Let's give you the dog first. You'll be done in 16 hours. You'll have another 16 or 18 hours. Oh, shit. Guess who? Christ. We're going to, we're going to skip ahead. We don't care. All right, we got the most important thing. We got the Nuka-Cola. Let's go take on the 12-point buck and your jammies. It's a pajama jammy jam. Kill the Alpha Deathclaw. Yay. It's not that big of a building. Should not be that... Well, I say it's not going to be that hard. All right. Oh, I sent him out there with a pickaxe to kill an Alpha Deathclaw. Boy, was I dumb. So, yeah. So, yeah, we talked about the roof. We talked about the floor. And I remember how I said I was free of anxiety from the rain. That I wouldn't care about the rain anymore. That I could sit and listen to the rain all night long and it wouldn't bother me. Well, here's wherein lies the problem. So because I had the roof done, I had to there's 2 pin oaks in the yard. The pin oaks in the front and silver maples in the back. The pin oaks were lifting up my garage floor. The roots were getting in because there's terracotta pipe. And if you don't know what terracotta pipe is, it's what they make flower pots out of. But it's like this bell end. So it's like a pipe with a little fat end on the end of it, and they just sit together like cups in your cabinet, in your cupboard, in your kitchen. So what happens is the trees notice all of this water with poop in it going through your pipes, and they're like, oh, I want some of that. Oh, yeah, give me some of that poop. I like your poop. Trees like poop. And they get into the roots, crawl in between the drains to get that water, go, poop water. I love you, poop water. And what happens is that the roots grow and they clog up the drain, and then poop can't go through. So the next thing you know, you got poop in your laundry room because it backs up into the drain. And that's what was happening. So I had to get rid of the tree. There's this 60-year-old, 60-foot tall pin oak tree in my front yard. One of the selling features of the house. Had to have it taken down. And the guys that took it down couldn't ask for a better group of people to take care of it. Wonderful job. That was great. The thing I didn't realize was that a shingled roof and a 60-foot tall pin oak do a lot to defer the amount of water that falls on your property by way of the gutters and by way of just generally covering over the area. Without that tree there and without the shingles to soak up some of the rain as it came down, there's just copious amounts of water that just come off of that roof, either through the gutter and through the downspout, or just fall generally onto the property. And my driveway is gravel. So, yeah, I spent a good portion of my afternoon yesterday in my garage just trying to keep water from clogging up the drain out in front of it, and flooding my garage. And I won for the most part. Some of it did flood a little bit, but I had cleaned out my garage because of all the rain from previous storms. I was on vacation and I missed one, and my garage flooded. So I managed to get rid of a bunch of junk in the garage, and there wasn't really anything to get wet. It just affects, it just puts dirt on my floor, and I have to sweep it out and get it taken care of. So yeah, I still have a little bit of anxiety when it rains really hard, but I'd like to get the driveway blacktopped and put a nice little big trough in front of the garage door with like a grating on it, so I could drive over top of it if I wanted to get into the garage with the car. And with that trough, just put grating over it, and that whole that trough can just take all of the extra rain and extra water and funnel it into the drain and away from the house. But also, because it will be blacktopped and won't be this gravel shit that's laying there, I won't get a drain full of dirt and gravel every time it rains really hard, which blocks everything up. And I have to get in there with a shop vac and basically empty everything out, including water, out of the drain so that more water can get down than, rocks and dirt. So that's my life right now. I'm fighting battles on all fronts. But hopefully it will be nice. Hopefully the back porch will look great. I'll actually attach a picture of me grinding the bolts to the video. You can see it. Maybe I'll put it in the thumbnail, because the thumbnails are sometimes fun. If I have a lot of time to do the work, the thumbnails are some of my favorite parts of the. Oh wait, I gotta concentrate. Oh, look at how fast it is because it's a big guy. Boom! Oh, smacked him twice with the pickaxe and kicked his ass. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, Larry Bishop, you are a beast. Beast mode for Larry Bishop. So yeah, I love doing the thumbnails. I'll try to, I'll have the sparks flying. Hopefully, I don't know. That's gonna be hard to really get a transparency out of. Almost got me. Almost got poor Keith. Almost took it to the head. And remember, Keith. Wasn't Keith the one that was lost in the wasteland for 40 days after dying? Oh my gosh, that was like episode 7 or 8. I think it was Keith. Look at you now. You're in your pajamas killing Deathclaws with a rocket launcher. God, how far you've come. All right, let's check out the last room and then we're done. Uh-oh. Floor monsters. There we go. Red roaches, not a problem. Boom. Boom. Why even bother? It doesn't matter. There you go. And a late explosion just for effect. Alright, what a dump. Well, you blew the shit out of it. What do you expect? So there we go, gentlemen. 12-point buck has been beaten with our jammies on, and we got the Alpha Deathclaw killed. So there you have it. Mr. Handy. We got a Mr. Handy out of all that. How about that? Another Mr. Handy. So you know what that means? You know what that means? In the comments, I got a Mr. Handy. I don't want to have to name him. You can name him. So I will pick a random person from the comments to name after the Mr. Handy. So here's your chance. Either give me your name to give to the Mr. Handy, or the name of your channel, or whatever name you want him to be. I'll still make a shout out to you and your channel, but it's totally up to you on whether or not you want the Mr. Handy to be named after you. And it's for posterity, because now you're forever emblazoned on my YouTube channel, which nobody watches. You can't ask for better publicity than that. So here's a chance for you to advertise on my channel for free. All you got to do is like, subscribe, do all that, all the good stuff I always ask people to do, which nobody ever does. And tell me what name you want Mr. Handy to be. We will put that into the next video. So you got some time. You got some time. I will hold off on naming him until, and actually, until I get enough entries. So there you go. We've kicked the asses of everything in here, and we are going to get back out in full force. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye. Good evening, buddy. Let me try that again.